Hi guys, welcome back to the workshop. I've got a bit of a tickle in my throat for some reason. I thought I'd bring you a bit of an update as to what's been going on since the last video, which I'll stick up here somewhere. Had a bit of a delivery which I mentioned, some timber, and I've got a bench built which you're actually sitting on just now. So the bench is 4.8 metres long because that's a convenient size for timber. I'll put some pictures up now as to how I did it. So I've got two rails, one at the front, one at the back, both 4.8 metres long. I then put some cross members in, which I measured off to make sure that the overall width on the outside of the rails was 2 foot, or in this case 60 centimetres, because that's the width of half a sheet of OSB, which is the top. The timber itself is 2x5s, or whatever that is in metric, 45 by 120s I think, or something like that. So I got the cross members in, got it all nice and squared up. I then got one end set of legs in, my right hand side as I'm looking at it, and then got the other end lifted up by my able assistant and measured off length the legs needed to be at that end to make the bench level, because this floor actually slopes away towards the garage like most do, and there's probably about 8 centimetres difference in length overall. So I got those legs in, and then got the intermediate legs in. Again, they had to be measured off to be the right size because of the slope. Got those legs fitted, checked again that it was all square still and level, put it up against the back wall, which is like behind you just now. A couple of screws into the wall just to stabilise it so it doesn't move around, but I can take it out if need be. And then the OSB top, it's 18mm OSB. Now a few people always said to me, oh, why have you scrimped on that, you should put a decent surface on it. For now it's a good what I call subsurface. In my previous workshop I did exactly the same, and eventually I had a piece of worktop, a kitchen worktop, put on top, and they're like 2 inches thick or something daft. So as and when I can get a piece of worktop, I'll put that on top, make it a nice smooth finish. But for now this will be fine. And then screw that down just with 4x40 screws, and that's the bench done. So I'll give you a look over the whole thing and show you what we're doing next. So here's the bench. As I said, it's 4.8 metres long from one wall all the way down to just shy of the garage door. At this end here I've made it 95 centimetres tall, and at that end it's worked out about 8 centimetres taller than that, just to take into account the slope of the floor, the concrete floor down here. And that's, for me, is a nice working height. In the previous garage the bench was a bit too high and I couldn't actually get like right over the back easily with something on it, so I've made this one a bit lower, and if need be I can still lower it. I can take a piece off the bottom. Now ultimately there's going to be more bench work along this back wall here, but until I've got rid of this pile of insulation I can't do that. What this does now allow me to do is move everything from this side of the garage to this bench, which should then free up all this area around here for doing the insulation and lining of the walls. I've now got some more OSB for lining the walls, I've got the insulation, I've got the 2x2 strapping, that can all go on. So the next task is to start moving it all. I'll probably come back to you once that's done. So, got a bit more done. Have got to, I'm not going to say a key stage, but a convenient point to stop for just now, which I'll explain to you in a minute. The bench was done on the last bit, that was done this morning, but this is where we've got to now.
So everything from this corner of the garage, just to give you bearings of the door ends over there and get out of the way. So this is the bit I'm trying to clear so I can work and finish off the lining in here. There's loads of stuff on the floor. I'll come back to this in a minute. A lot of stuff has now been moved over this side. There's still a bit of space, but I'm trying to keep some space clear, maybe even doing some modelling stuff. So yeah, over here now, what we've been trying to do is clear out these cupboards, because this whole bench has got to come out and probably get shot. One thing I've just been speaking to Ewan about is the main electric incomer is actually coming through the floor, roughly there somewhere. I want to see if I can rod through and see about getting a bigger cable through. I'm looking at 6mm. I'm not sure what size that is at the moment, but I want to overkill if I can and put a bigger feed in. I probably won't be pulling that much current out here, but I'd rather over-engineer it than start melting cables. We have got to put a new consumer unit in anyway and redo all the electrics, including the lighting that's here just now. So yeah, progressing. That corner timber is in and solid. I've got to put another piece against it to create the L-shaped corner pieces, and I've got to get this piece in here. I don't know if you can see that piece fitted. The tops are in all the way along, and when I get to it I can fit this one over here, this one that's leaning at the minute, and then I've got to measure off the spacing, the right centres for the boarding to go up, which is still behind me. But that'll be for another day. I'm just about done for today. If you're liking this sort of video, like my channel, please subscribe. You'll get a notification when a new video goes up. Please comment on what we're doing. They're always read and replied to if I can. Any feedback is appreciated if you think I'm doing something wrong or like what I'm doing. But yeah, for now, from me and him, who doesn't really want to be out here, catch you again soon.